Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho quadruples. Pay attention to the timing. It's 3:14 a.m. and 16 seconds. A car passes by. You can't tell the color of the car actually. It looks silver or something like that. But pay attention to this. The car's going to pass now.
What state was licensed out of Idaho? Right?
I'm playing it once again.
What state was licensed out of Idaho?
You hear a beep. And there's the car. Could that have been Brian Koberger's car, allegedly? Or the white Hyundai Elantra, 2011 to 2013? The timing is 3:14 and 16 seconds. And what is strange is that 3:14, you have the four figures running. Isn't that strange? You have this car passing by Taylor Avenue, the same time the four figures are running. And they told us it was a very quiet night. Where did this car come from? Where did the beep come from?
What state was licensed out of Idaho? Right? Ethan? No. Okay. I got you. Location there, rest of information on here, but that's all your information.
So is it a rule, like if you get multiple MVPs and MACs, it'll turn into an actual charge?
Yeah, so if your third one turns into a misdemeanor, which is a criminal charge.
Yeah.
Your second one is additionally more expensive than $487.50. So I don't know what it goes up to, but yeah.
Definitely less than yours.
Yeah. Just wait till you're 21, or be smart about it. I'm not going to say I didn't drink all day I did, but I could go staggering around the middle of the roadway, afterwards. So, not saying you're a bad person or anything, but there's a way to do it, obviously, and there's a way to do it. Obviously.
Does he have a glove in his pocket? Where did they come from? And why are they hiding their hands? The one on the right has definitely injuries. And I wonder if there's someone hiding in the blue car. Inside the blue car. Why would a stranger come to this house at 4 a.m. at night? There are lights, the front of the house, the 5 roommates, a boyfriend, a dog. Who would take that chance? Unless it's a person who knows the victims or the surviving roommates. Or it could be the frats. That's what I actually believe, and I've always believed that. There could be powerful organizations involved, but the frats were the 4 figures running from Kings Road towards Sigma Chi. A lot was going on between 2 to 3:30. That is the Sigma Chi. And on the left-hand side, we have the girls' house, 1122 Kings Road. Pay attention to this small alleyway. You can literally get to Sigma Chi within a minute. And like the 4chan said, you can clearly see the house from the Sigma Chi fraternity. The 4 figures ran from this house, I believe. They ran down the alleyway. They ran to Sigma Chi. Just like it was mentioned by the anonymous person in 4chan. This is Queens Road. Pay attention, they have small steps everywhere. Somebody could have easily hidden from there. Somebody could have hid themselves there. I wonder if this is Jack D, his white pickup car. Because he has a white pickup car with black linings. Isn't it strange that they fix all the lights after the Idaho quadruples? Allegedly, 2 of these lights were broken, so it was really dark on this side of Queens Road. I wonder if it was done on purpose. There are so many flats and apartments at Queens Road. Are they all trying to say they didn't hear anything that night? The 4 students, the 4 victims were brutally murdered. So how couldn't the neighbors hear anything? This is the building on the left that Xana Kanodo's father and uncle, Sherman, put flyers on the door. I wonder why. Did something happen here? At Queens apartment parking, please. You can see the home from there. It's this alleyway that the 4 figures ran through. And there's a dumpster here. This is Taylor Avenue. This is where the 4 victims took their last picture. And I believe it's on the 2nd floor. I wonder who lives there. Because you can clearly see there were steps. The picture that the 4 victims and the 2 surviving roommates took together. The same day. The house has lights at the front. Why would someone, a stranger, take the risk to go into a house full of people, a party venue? We have Banfield here, we have another fraternity there, and we have more on the right hand side. Where were the figures running to? Sigma Chi, allegedly. And they said they don't have cameras outside.
40 days into the University of Idaho murders, and the driver, who was likely the very last man to see Maddie Mogan and Kaylee Gonsalves alive, is speaking to News Nation tonight. The Uber driver who brought the kids home the night of the murders, Kaylee's family reported that their daughter had indeed ordered an Uber, and now The man who drove them is revealing exclusive details to us about that ride home and what the girls said in the back of that car. News Nation correspondent Alex Capriello is live tonight. He tracked him down. He joins me from outside the home in Moscow. That was a very difficult task. Tell me what you found out, Alex.
Yeah, I was able to find this rideshare driver. He's one of only about 4 here in the Moscow area. So I was able to track down that phone number and give him a call personally, speak to him. I asked him point blank, hey, are you the guy who drove Kaylee and Maddie home that night? And to his credit, he was very transparent, very honest, very open, almost immediately with me.
Well, understandably, he has said, Alex, that he is very concerned. It's a small community. He doesn't want to be on camera, but he was very revealing in what he told you about that ride home. Start there. What did the girls talk about in the back seat?
Well, he said that it was actually a rather innocent conversation from the beginning. You might remember that he picked up these 2 girls from that grub truck. It's the food truck that's located right in downtown Moscow. And really, he said that was the center of their conversation. The entire 5-minute ride home was about their mac and cheese carbonara that they were planning on splitting when they got back to the house. He said that he's picked them up in the past, not only these 2 girls, but Xana as well. And he said that in the past they've talked about boys and drama and college life, but not this time around. It was just a very normal, innocent conversation about their food and how they were going to share it when they got home.
So that's also revealing that he knew them. He had had them in the car multiple times before. This is a small town, so if they've taken an Uber a couple of times, it would be likely that he'd be the driver. And he said, indeed, he knew them. He knew all 3 of them.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He said that obviously as one of only about 4 rideshare drivers in this area, he picks up these girls a lot. And not to mention, we already know that this is so close to Frat Row. And of course, we've reported that this is a party house. So a lot of times students would come here. And so he said that Xana, that Kaylee and Maddie were no strangers to them. He's given them rides home from the bars, home from work, home from school. So he knows them. He has driven them before. But back again to this, he said that there was nothing out of the ordinary that night, that right now or in that moment that it was just an innocent conversation. Of course, the frats were bumping on a Saturday night, but here at the house, it was quiet and he saw nothing out of the usual.
The frats were bumping that night. They're having parties. We've heard of Xana and Ethan being in a Sigma Chi fraternity party, but their timelines are really unclear. So the driver's trying to say that he could hear the frats bumping and partying, definitely with loud music. I wonder if the 4 figures came from the party. We've heard that there was a fight at the party with the 2 Davids, allegedly Xana and E. And we have David Lott allegedly on steroids, which can be really harmful. And it creates aggressive behavior. Wonder if the David snapped that night. There's definitely 4 figures. So we have the figures running at 3:12, almost 3:13. And then we have the car passing Taylor Avenue at 3:12. And we have the black truck passing by Taylor Avenue at 3:01. Maddie and Kaylee made the last call to Jack D at 2:52. 2:54 we heard a woman yelling, "Help! Stop it, stop it." Was it sorry? We don't know where that came from, but it came from the body cam of the undercovers who was the female and why was she yelling, "Stop it, stop"? And that was right after the phone call that was made to Jack D. So pay attention. Everything that's happening here is from 2:52 to 3:17. I really believe the first timeline was the correct timeline, between 3 to 4. They changed it to 4 to 4:30 or 4:25 to distract us so that we wouldn't get closer to the truth. The four figures was running at 3:12. A lot was happening between 2:52 to 3:17.